Hey, welcome back, fourth graders here at Flint Hill. And we're going to do the second part of our Zern math lesson. So if you have not watched our previous math lesson, please do that now because we are in the middle of a math chat video and you will be lost and won't know what the part of the second problem is that we're going to be figuring out. So be sure to go back, stop this one, go back and watch the first one if you have not done so. So Dr. Price will share her screen again and take us back to our Zern lesson where we have learned now from last week. We were not last week, this week, sorry, the first one. We were looking to see whose bag weighs the most. So Lucas, we have determined, has 4 oranges in his bag. Each orange weighed 54 grams, and we've determined that Lucas's bag weighs 216 grams. So now our job is to find out if Sophie's bag weighs more or less to determine who has the most. So Sophie has 5 kiwis in her bag with each one weighing 42 grams. So let's find the weight of Sophie's bag. Which multiplication algorithm represents the weight of Sophie's bag? So if you watched our previous video, like we asked, then you will know that the first one here is the proper way to set up a vertically done multiplication problem. So the multiplication algorithm would be big number, little number, always to the right in the ones place, because 5 represents the 1. There are only 5 of them, so there's 5. That's ones. That's not double. They're not tens. So let's show 5 times 42 on our place value chart. First, we must show 42 using the largest possible unit. So we're going to go to our tens place. That's the largest unit, and there are 4 tens, which represents 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. And there are 2 ones. Next, we see that there are 5 kiwis. So we need 42 5 times. We already have it 1 time, so we're going to do it 4 more times. So now we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We needed to count that. So we have our place value chart all set. Write the partial product below the place value chart. All right, so I'm going to make this a tiny bit smaller so we can see the whole thing without Dr. Price having to go back and forth. So 5 times how many tens? Well, we had 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. Now I wouldn't want to count all of them because it's taking one row and then multiplying it 5 times. So there are 4 tens in one row and there are 2 ones in each row. Record your partial product in the algorithm. Record the ones and then the tens. So when we look at the ones, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 ones, or we should just know that 5 times 2 is 10. When we count the tens up, we're not saying 5 times 4, we're saying 5 times 40, basically, because we're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40. They're tens. So we have 200 tens. You could count them up: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. You could add that right on up. Now it wants us to solve. Okay, well, we need to see if we need to bundle. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we could just say, well, we're going to bundle and move. So 0 plus 0 would be no ones. And then we would have 1 plus 0 is 1 and 2. We just added it straight down. we didn't really go through the place value of bundling it like we did the first. So Sophia's bag weighs 210 grams. Now, I don't remember how much Lucas's bag weighs. So we need to look. Lucas's bag weighed 216 grams. Sophie's bag weighs 210. Even though it had 5, it had one more fruit in it than Lucas's. Lucas's bag weighs more by 6 grams. Ready for one more? Let's solve 4 times 31. Let's first represent 31 on our place value chart. So if you had a place value chart at home, you would look at the largest number, which is 3 in the tens, and you would put 3. And then you would put 1 for the ones, 31. You guys know that because you've been working so hard on place value. Now we're going to add 4 rows. So we're really going to add 3 rows to make it 4. So now we have 4 rows of 3 tens and 1 ones. Now, guys, you can do this on Zearn yourself. If you are in a homeroom, just check in. All of us have our students put into Zearn, and you can work on these yourself. Okay, so now it wants us to record our partial products first. So how do I do that? Well, the first thing we do is, how many ones do we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 4 ones. And how many tens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But because I'm talking about tens, there's 120. 12 tens is 120. Don't believe me? Let's watch. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. So I am correct. Moving on. So now we solve. Let's just add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 ones. And 12 tens is 124. Awesome, Zearners. Okay, so you are going to have a worksheet that goes along with this lesson, and it'll be lesson 7. So you can fill out and do some of those problems. You can email it back to your teacher, and she will give you credit for completing it. So we appreciate you joining us. Hope that you're having a great time learning at home, and we hope to see you soon. Bye, 4th grade.